Spacehop CEO Matt Beatty joins me now from London. Matt, thanks so much for joining us. When did you know that this was a great idea?
So the concept was born about a year ago, and we've been developing over the last year, but actually we only launched a month ago, and I think since launch we've really seen both homeowners and guests starting to book. So it's actually only been the last month that we've really had the concept proven, but we're pretty sure it's gonna go big.
And this actually, the genesis of this idea was when you were surprised how hard you found it to get office space, wasn't it? Yeah. So, it was born actually so beside where I live, there's a co-working facility, and I got speaking to a couple of guys that worked in that facility, and they were telling me how much it was costing to work there, and the fact they had to sign up to a monthly contract and things like that. So, whereas my house lay empty next door, so I put two and two together and thought, this would be good for these guys as well, and I can do it at a more affordable rate for them as well. Why? Okay, so let's work out exactly how it works. Why wouldn't you just work from your own home?
So I think most freelancers do work from their own home, and I think going forward, I think most people will stick to that. But there's a percentage of the population that, whether it's through, so it's called domestic procrastination, whether you eat more, sleep more, watch more TV at home. A lot of people do this. I know myself. I need to be out of my own home space. I need to make that sort of division between my personal life and my work life. So I think people like myself will use the Spacehop service.
I love that, domestic procrastination. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, there's so many distractions around the house. So are people renting rooms because they're really conveniently located? So maybe their house is well away from the city, they're renting a room in a house that's in the central city? Or is it literally just they need to get out of their own house to be able to concentrate?
Well, it's still early days for us, but I think we've seen all sorts of people. So we've seen commuting businessmen who arrive into London for the day. They need a space to work. We've had marketing teams who just want a creative day away from their normal office space. And then the guys who want a long-term solution. So there's all sorts of people booking into our spaces.
Are you going to go global with this?
That's the hope. At the minute, we're focusing on London. We'll establish ourselves here, and then we'll look to move to other cities. We haven't made any long-term plans as of yet, but hopefully.
I mean, this is an interesting career move for you, though, isn't it? Because you're a young bloke, and you're also a doctor, and yet you've decided not to help make people better and just help people find a better place to work.
The doctor career has been put on hold. I haven't ruled that out, but I've always kind of had this itch to be more creative, or this like business itch. So this is you never know. I might be back in the medical profession if this all bombs.
Have you had any large organisations sniffing around, interested in this concept and wanting to get in early to buy it from you?
Surprisingly, not enough. But if they want to come and knock on the door, we'd welcome it. So Airbnb and the likes, if you want to give us a phone call tomorrow, we'd happily speak to you.
It's a brilliant idea. Hey, Matt, we'll keep in touch. Thank you very much for joining us. Spacehop CEO Matt Beatty. Do you think that's a good idea, Hillary?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, so do I.
Particularly if you live in a central city area.
Yeah, those inner city sort of Ponsonby houses here, you could easily...
I don't know if I want to come home.
You'd have to be harder. I mean, it would depend on how much you needed the money.
Yeah.
But great concept.
I mean, if you came home and there was a group of bloody marketing executives in your living room having a conference, you wouldn't... I mean, that's like your worst nightmare. It's my worst nightmare. But, I mean, for some people... I mean, imagine you go to work and your house makes money for you while you're away.